Exploitation Section. Exhibitors Trade Review, June 3, 1922. No doubt greater wonders were worked within, but George Shade of Shade's Theater, Sandusky, Ohio, worked a wonder without in the way of exploitation for First National's A Perfect Crime, when he staged a demonstration of a miniature automobile moved and controlled by radio in front of his theater. Manager Stalcup of the Princess, Eastland, Texas, could not secure live alligators with which to make a display for Paramount's Fool's Paradise, so he cut some out of a poster, mounted them on beaverboard, and had just as good a display, without running any risk of one of the alligators making a meal of a spectator. Manager Kobe of the Central, New York City, had a job on his hands when it came to photographing his display for Associated Exhibitors' Lady Godiva. It had to be done in the wee sma hours, before the street was awake. Otherwise, the crowds along Broadway would have been photographed, and not the lobby. His decorations were based on one of the scenes from the picture. This unusually artistic window display was secured by the Hippodrome, Huntington, West Virginia, for United Artists Orphans of the Storm. The settings of the window, being imitations of stone walls, ledges, and tile floors in tinted shades, formed a typical atmosphere for the two figures representing Lillian and Dorothy Gish. The Cozy, Paducah, Kentucky, conducted a beauty contest during the run of Paramount's Beyond the Rocks, and not being able to get an empty building for headquarters, they tied up with a music dealer, who gave over his entire store. The inside was decorated with stills and art photographs of Miss Swanson and Valentino, while the banner on the outside drew the people in. Publicity director Cullen of the Branford, Newark, New Jersey, used the English garden effect in his lobby decorations for First National's Smilin' Through with a new angle. The wall was used as the side of a house covered with ivy, the doorway to it being the entrance to the theater, at the left of the lobby. 8 real logs, 6 pine trees, and a cutout of Priscilla Dean holding a cant hook borrowed from a local hardware store were used to make an attractive but inexpensive lobby display by Oscar White, manager of the Rex, Sumter, South Carolina, for Universal's Conflict. The interior of the Columbia's lobby all dolled up for Universal's Foolish Wives. A view of the 5-foot sign with the searchlight under it. The front illuminated by the searchlight. After giving this bunch of Georgia peaches the once-over, you won't doubt Willard Patterson's word at all when he says that First National's Smilin' Through enjoyed a big run at the Metropolitan in Atlanta. With such good-looking usherettes to guide you to a seat, it certainly should have a big run.